the Heatboys Leonardo action figure situation with Bombusbee. The balance payment situation with Heatboys, heatfig Leonardo, and Bombusbee is what one would have to call a scam. Now, I don't think their price is actually bad. I don't think they're actually scamming us on the price, as we'll get into it, look at some different retailers. But how they presented it, how they initially advertised the heatfig Leo, it's scammy bullshit, and they got to stop doing this, right? I've worked with them for years. I've ordered with them for years. I'm an affiliate currently. I've only had good experiences with Bombusbee, but real talk, saying this as a Bombusbee affiliate, based on the information we have now, this all comes off as very scammy, and the pricing is done in a fucko way. Yeah, I'm trying to lock in. So double check me on the numbers here. Anything I'm saying, I am a fucking idiot, so any of this could be wrong. Let me know in the comments, but I think I've worked it out, right? The way Bombusbee is doing business with this Leo figure is as confusing, and it makes it look like as much as a scam as they possibly could. Everyone knows the costs have gone to hell. Everyone gets that tariffs, shipping. It's all fucked. We get it. But the information you're displaying, how you show the prices, how you show how much the figure cost, what's shipping, what's tax, all that matters. That matters a lot. So let's recap. The heatfig Leo, the deluxe version, which is what I ordered and paid for. So that's what I'm going to be talking about here. The regular version is just a bit cheaper, blah, blah, blah. Work that out. As advertised, it was $119.99. Okay, you with me? Now, they've been sending out the balance payment emails as is standard, where they say, hey, you pay the remaining balance in shipping, you'll get it, right? They're now saying the figure is $161.77. Plus, for me, I did like the USPS air shipping, whatever the fuck that is, which was $31.25, right? So minus the $20 deposit from doing the pre-order, I had an outstanding balance of $173.02. Factoring the deposit and all that shit, the total price I would have paid would be $193.02. Everyone still with me? Everyone there on the math? Okay. If we look at Big Bad Toy Store, which I did previously call a scam, and I still stand behind that. Maybe the scam wording is too strong, but I do feel there's generally a lot of price fuckery on their end too. But credit where credit is due, this one is at least more clear. If you look at their price, the deluxe, they're showing $174.99. Their flat rate shipping is $6, so then you're at like $180.99. Probably tax, like at least $10, maybe give or take there. So you're up to the 190s, right? So as a whole, I don't think Bombusbee's $193.02 price for me for the deluxe is a scam. But if you look at, they're saying originally it's $119 plus shipping and tax. If you factor in shipping, it's like that kind of doesn't make sense. But you can't do this thing where you're saying like, oh, here's the price of the figure, here's shipping, but then here's like a nebulous $40 that maybe covers shipping, maybe covers some of the figure costs. You have to say directly, like, this is what the figure is, this is what you're charging me for shipping. If you're charging me $70 for shipping, it is what it is. Just tell me that, right? Here's where, if we use a different example from Hobby Genki, where I don't think they're scamming us on price. I just think they've been very fucking incompetent with how they've showed the listing and pitched this, right? And then the replies in the comment section like, oh, what's the different prices in shipping if you change it? That doesn't fucking cut it. That's a terrible fucking explanation. But if you look on Hobby Genki, you can get the deluxe version, which they would say normally would be $133.05, but they're discounting 7%. And maybe this is them just trying to be competitive. Whatever, that's their own deal. But you basically get it for $123.74. And then if you go over to the shipping, there's a lot of different shipping options. The shipping option I would typically pick is the FedEx DDP, delivery duty paid, right? That just gets you all in. There's no tariff, there's no bullshit, there's no fuckery. That's all in. So for me, that's $123.74 plus that $59.30. So the price is $183.04, which is really just like $10 cheaper than the Bombusbee price. And so that's where it seems like Hobby Genki is just trying to get some sales, and they often do this sometimes and give you a better price. And maybe they're a larger retailer. I don't know how that works. But the costs seem in line there, right? Like, I think it all makes sense. So if you look at the numbers and you compare different retailers, I don't think Bombusbee is charging you more money than other retailers. I think they're all about give or take $200 for the deluxe, right? Where Bombusbee has gone wrong is originally saying it as $119.99 plus shipping, right? Because I expected $30 to $50 shipping, but then there's like, hey, what's this extra, like $20 give or take? Where the fuck is that coming from? That's where it doesn't make sense, and they haven't been clear about. Does that make sense to everyone? And I realize people have gotten other emails, and maybe the prices is cheaper. So there's all kinds of weird fuckery going on. I've reached out to them. You can see me going for it in the comment section along with you folks. I've emailed them in my order. The downside is there's like the time delay. So usually when you want a response, unless you catch them at the right point, which is like later in our evening in America, like you wait for a response for a while, right? But yeah, their communication doesn't really cut it. And I've noticed some other online shops have done this too, where they juggle around where the prices go, and it's like, that's just fucking tell me what each thing is, be honest. You can be honest. If a price sucks, if shipping or tariff sucks, you can say so, right? Because I'm fine if the shipping costs have risen. The world has gone to hell. Everything's fucked. I get it. If you just say that, right? You're like, hey, look, this is what we pitched it as. This is what it costs now. We're sorry, or whatever, right? And again, in the comments, let me know if my math and shit has checked out. If you've worked out the numbers with me. I don't know how to present this visually. Maybe I'll just show up the fucking Word document. I don't fucking know. But I'm just trying to address this situation and make sense of it as much as I can. As a retailer, you gotta be so fucking clear with the prices, especially if prices rise or if it's a different cost than what you initially advertised. Whether you could say like, oh no, what we meant was there would be more costs in the shipping and tax. Like, I'm a fucking idiot consumer. You need to spell that shit out to me, or it just seems as scammy. So I don't think Bombusbee is actually doing a scam. I think they've just been taking an unnecessarily L on this and being fucking incompetent. So looking through the numbers and the different retailers, I mean, clearly Hobby Genki currently gets you the best price. I don't know if you still get the exclusive thing or all that shit, but in theory, at least in my direct case, where you are, your shipping price will change. I could have saved $10 with Hobby Genki. I'm not super broken up about it, but as a consumer, you need every dollar you can get, right? So yeah, my end verdict, I don't think this is a scam. I think this is very incompetent business practice, and I don't really care how that affects me as an affiliate or whatnot. You just gotta drop it is what it is. I love Bombusbee. I've gotten a ton of shit from them. I have more shit on the way, but you can't operate in any other way that's exact crystal clear. If things suck, everyone's okay with them sucking if they know how they're getting sucked or doing the suck. I don't know, right? Does that make sense? Anyways, let me know in the comments. I hope this helps. Yeah.